Sometimes we need to bring in a variety of resources to help our clients, from bridge loans to home remodeling and so many more. Keep watching and learn how we brought all the resources together to help this family.
So they called me. Actually, the granddaughter, Samantha, called me asking for help for her grandparents' aid and attendance benefits, the veterans' aid and attendance benefits, because she wasn't sure if they were going to need home care, go back home, need home care, or if they were going to need assisted living. So she called me. I just went through the process with her on how to qualify, gave her a list of documents to start to collect, and then just let her decide what was best for her grandparents.
I started seeing some issues with my grandparents, which medicines to take, for example, if she took them or not, and just after my grandfather's stroke, needing a lot more physical care as well. So we really noticed a need for a transition from home into a facility where they could get the care that they needed.
So then she told me that her grandparents were going to go into assisted living and needed to sell the house. I knew when they sold the house they were going to have too much money in the bank and not qualify for VA benefits. And then when she was ready to sell the house, then I referred it to Bryan. Then Bryan was able to sell it for them. All the equity from the house went into a special trust account, so that would not count against them.
One of the things that Bryan provides in his services are the senior move managers, who essentially come to your home, help you downsize and design to the room that you're moving to. So it was really helpful to understand what we could and couldn't take. And because there was so much going on for me, it was really helpful to have that support. We didn't have the upfront funds to move my grandparents into a facility, to transition them from the home. Bryan recommended Elder Life Financial, which was an amazing recommendation because it provided us with a bridge loan to support them and the care that they needed from the point where they moved and to when we finally sold the house. So we had those in-between finances covered. Bryan recommended a very good contractor who was able to renovate the home very quickly, ended up looking fantastic. Bryan recommended a placement expert who gave us a couple of options for assisted living communities, and we ended up finding the perfect one with a really high level of care within our price range that we decided on and moved forward with.
After speaking with Samantha and the family, I realized that they wanted to stay in Escondido, and realizing that grandfather needed a higher level of care where the grandmother did not. So I had to really look to see what would be a good fit for both. And we ended up finding a perfect place where the families were so happy they received the care that they needed. Grandmother was a little bit more active, wanted to help out in the community a little bit, which they allowed, which was really nice. The grandfather received the care that he needed. I was very, very happy. I felt I did my job right. This isn't a job for me. This is my family. This is my neighborhood. These are the people that I love.
Once the home was renovated, Bryan and Tina helped us out with doing the market analysis. We priced the home correctly. Being that I'm a tad younger, I'm the grandchild, it was a lot on my plate. I was really thankful to have Bryan, his team, Angela, Gina, the placement expert, supporting me and helping my brother and I.
It was very helpful having Bryan come alongside this family, helping the granddaughter with her grandparents, sell the house, and ultimately be able to qualify for aid and attendance benefits, which is $27.27 a month right now and is a big help to pay for their care.
If you're seeing this with your own family where your grandparents or your parents are needing more care, I would recommend moving forward, planning ahead, thinking about these things before everything just starts to really get difficult.
To this day, I will never forget this family. They were one of my very special families, along with everybody. But the fact that realizing and understanding each level of care on both, between the grandparents was such a good fit.
My grandma is in a much better space. Her health is good. She's taken care of. Unfortunately, my grandfather passed, but leading up to that, he was in really good care. So they had what they needed. She's doing great.
Every situation is unique, but it's through hard work, creativity, and an exceptional network of professionals that we're able to make a difference in people's lives when they need it most. If you or someone you know is thinking about making a move to a new chapter of life, it would be my honor to help.